Today, we are going to start coloring in our trees. You've done the outline already using the black Sharpie. Now we are using something that we call tempera paint. It's like a square of paint that we use water to get to be the watery or the paint-like consistency. Let me show you how. I'm making sure I'm wearing my smock, and I'm going to roll up my sleeves to make sure that those are out of the way. If I'm wearing a sweater I really like, I'm going to make sure I take it off and put it on Miss Warden's desk. Then we each have a cup of water and a brush. But at our tables, we are sharing all the paints. So there'll be 4 people at your table that share 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paints. All different colors. I'm only using blue, or I don't even need blue. Green, brown, and red. To get our paints ready, we have to open them up. And then add some water to them. This paint is crumbling up a little bit. You'll see that it's not a perfect square. That's okay, just dab water on it. Before you move on to the next color, you always need to wash off your brush back in your paint so that we don't mix green into the red. So I'm washing off my brush, using my edge, and then adding some water to my paint. So now it's getting wet. You can see that difference, can't you? And then washing it off one more time, and we're going to use water to add to our brown. Since I've already got my brown on my brush, I'm going to just use my brush to make a nice swoop up against my line for my tree. So using this, I'm going to go follow it, and using it flat, I'm painting away from myself. You can, though, paint towards yourself and make a nice long swoop, and then fill in that white space. You'll see that there's a lot of paint on this brush. We don't have to go back and get a lot more paint. If we do, just a little dab is all you need. I'm using my brush flat on the paper. You see how I'm being nice to my brush? Making sure to be careful. When we come to areas like this, where it's a little bit smaller, you can use the side of your brush rather than using it flat, because it might go outside of that line to fill in the space. So I'm moving quickly because I've done this before, but you guys will move very slowly, adding the paint to your tree and filling in the space, the white spaces. Every so often, you might need to grab a little bit more water and add it to your paint. That's fine. And that's good. Now I'm going to add some paint from my branches. And then I can wash off my brush, grab another color, and start to fill that in. You don't want to add too much water to the paint because then it's going to get really, really wet and slippery and slide all over the place. So please be careful for that. When I have filled in my tree and what I put in my environment or in my space, then I'm finished. Just like this one. Then you're ready for the next project, or the next step to this project, which would be really, really fun and probably something you haven't done